we need in the Arab world specifically to invest more in women, because as you know, women are not only half the society, but also the more important part of society. They're the ones raising the children, they're the ones that, and the participation of women in the economic life of a nation is extremely important. I hope and I pray for the sake of humanity, for the sake of the lives of the Israelis and the Lebanese, that this war will stop, that we can negotiate and retreat. All wars don't end up except with negotiations. We need to stop and think and negotiate.
I'm Farah Shamas. Welcome to Hotel Talk. We hope you enjoy listening to this friendly conversation between people connected by real life in hotels. Welcome everyone to Hotel Talk, and I'm so excited today to have with me a fellow Lebanese, someone who's a very dear family friend and a really close friend of mine, and I just love her to bits. It's Baria Alamuddin. So welcome, Baria.
Thank you so much for your invite. I'm really thrilled to be with you. I love you and your family very, very much.
Oh, Baria, you're so sweet. I love you too. I want to come sit next to you. So my first question to you is, give us a very short, and it's difficult because you've had such a colourful life and you've done so much, but if we were in an elevator and you had to sum up very quickly who you are, what would that be?
Sure. So my name is Baria Alamuddin. I'm Lebanese British. I've been living in England for 43 years now, and I love both countries very, very much. I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, and I enjoy very much my family and my friends. I'm extremely lucky to have my grandchildren, my children, and a great, so many friends all around the world.
So my next question is, how did you get into journalism? Because I don't think that's an obvious path, especially for the Arab world and a lady. And at that time, it's still not a normal path. And so I can't imagine now.
Now it is. There are so many. I wanted to be a lawyer, but I graduated from the American school in Beirut, and all my friends were going to the American university. There was no law which I wanted to study. I wanted to be a lawyer. Unfortunately, there was no law at the American university, and I wanted to be as trendy as my friends. So I went to the American university, studied mass communication and political science, and that really fit very much in what I do today. Mass communication is very much about journalism, and of course political science is exactly what, because as you know, I'm a political journalist, so I don't regret at all what I'm doing or what I do. I love it, I enjoy it, and I'm lucky to have what I have.
Yeah, well, it's what I've said for so long to so many people. If you do what you love, then you don't work a day in your life.
I'm very passionate about what I do. Very passionate.
And you're still very active. You write in so many publications. You write in the Arab News, and of course your work gets republished all over the world. Tell us a bit about that.
It is, yes. I mean, you know, these days with the internet like it is and the power of it, I think, yes, you're right, it's taken all over the world, and of course you get quoted in different things, but also I'm a speaker in many conferences, and that also helps syndicate and also publish whatever thoughts you have.
Well, that's why we're recording this at a conference in Saudi Arabia, so this is an unusual hotel talk. It's not in the studio over Zoom.
Yeah, no, exactly. As you know, we're here for Creative Women, and we've met actually through Creative Women. It's really a very informative forum and a well-respected one. I'm trying now to, as much as I can, scale down on my work because I want to spend more time with my adorable grandchildren. Also, I'm writing, I finished a book called Militia State. It's about the militias in Iraq, and as you can see now, these militias are in vogue for the wrong reasons, of course. And I'm writing, hopefully by the end of 2025, I will publish a book about Saudi women.
I can't
it's something
wait.
I've been working on for a long time. It's not my area of expertise, but I love it.
Well, but that's the point. Journalism is not about having your area is about investigating and reporting.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you don't have to be an expert on that
You
subject.
learn
as you go
become an
along.
expert.
Exactly,
You're right.
and that's what's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about women in the Middle East. This is a hot topic. Obviously, we're here now for a women's conference. So many things are changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Well,
that.
I tell you, things are moving in the right direction, especially in the Gulf countries, because there is security, there is development, economic growth. Unfortunately, in our lovely country, Lebanon, in Palestine, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, the situation of women is regressing instead of developing in the right direction. Education is far behind, employment is far behind. We need in the Arab world specifically to invest more in women, because as you know, women are not only half the society, but also the more important part of society. They're the ones raising the children, they're the ones that, and the participation of women in the economic life of a nation is extremely important. Absolutely.
And they raise the next generation.
Absolutely, totally. So if an educated woman is raising children, it means, unfortunately, the children will not have a high degree of education or culture or anything like this. Yeah. Yes. So those countries that are suffering from poverty, from wars, from conflict in the Arab world are regressing, not developing. Very fortunate, and we have seen in the Gulf countries, in the GCC countries, Majlis Ta'awun al-Khaliji, they call it, mainly it is Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, the Emirates, Oman, and Qatar. So these are the 5 states. Education has rocketed. The participation of women is unbelievable. In Saudi Arabia, the steps they have taken are unprecedented. Women can get a divorce via the internet. You know, they can go, there is a website, you say what's wrong. Before, it was such an ordeal for women to have. Everything now is enshrined in law for the Saudi women. So all the rights that were given to them in the last 7-8 years are now enshrined in law, which is extremely important, which means they're not contested. They're not a matter of opinion. So that gave Saudi women a lot of confidence. I come and I see in my own eyes every few months when I come back, and I see another stepstone of development for Saudi, especially within themselves, their self-confidence, the way they mingle and interact with men, and etc. So I'm extremely proud and happy, and I think the goals that the government of Saudi Arabia has put for the 2030 vision are actually, we are seeing it happen almost 5-6 years before.
Amazing.
So something to celebrate.
Yeah,
seriously.
Definitely. So let's talk about Lebanon. You know, it is just a horrific time that we're seeing. We love our country. I'm like you, British-Lebanese. We've been blessed to have different countries in our lives, but our hearts will always love Lebanon.
No, definitely.
And let's talk a bit about that, because I know you cover that a lot in your writing. Obviously, it's a very huge topic.
I always say, if Lebanon did not exist, we have to create it. We're blessed with this most amazing geography. The beauty of Lebanon is unprecedented. The customs, I think the people, the resilience of the people, the ambition of the people. We're mixed between the Arab world and the Phoenicians, as you know, so we're all traders. The education is pretty, the level education of education is pretty high. The participation of women in the workplace also in Lebanon was very high. It's quite low now because of the years of underdevelopment, also the years of war and conflict inside. We, unfortunately, in the Lebanon are almost now under the Hezbollah umbrella rule, and that means we are under the umbrella of the rule of the theocracy in Iran, which cannot be a good thing. Anywhere where the theocracy of Iran is, we see failed states. Lebanon is a failed state. Unfortunately, it has never been like this. One cannot imagine it. Thank you to all the Lebanese abroad that send money to Lebanon to make the economy reasonably, livable. Now, as you know, I left Lebanon because of the invasion of Israel to my country in '82. And now it is another invasion. Unfortunately, we more or less brought it on ourselves, but Israel has always wanted pieces of Lebanon. I hope and I pray for the sake of humanity, for the sake of the lives of the Israelis and the Lebanese, that this war will stop, that we can negotiate and reach peace. All wars don't end up except with negotiations. We need to stop and think and negotiate. Lebanese land should be for the Lebanese, Israeli land for the Israelis, and I hope also the Palestinian question will be solved in a very just way. So two-state solution, livable for the Palestinians, with a big chunk of what the United Nations resolutions has given them. The only way for peace is through this. Wars don't bring peace. They bring hatred, they bring destruction, and they also bring a lot of death and change lives to the worst.
To the worst, and no one's a winner.
Yeah.
Nobody wins.
No, you can't win anymore.
Never.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you're probably quite fed up of this, but your life must have changed quite a lot when your daughter married a very highly prominent figure in Hollywood. And you've always been quite well known, quite well respected for what you do. And I think your girls were highly educated. I mean, I don't mean to sound superficial, they're both beautiful, they're both educated, they've done so much. But then having married someone who's so well known, and that fame can be quite disheartening sometimes. It's quite intrusive.
Yeah, but it depends how you take it and how much you believe in it. I'm lucky. I have 4 kids. I have, as I call them, 2 ready-made boys, Samar and Ziad, and I'm very, very proud of them. They're hardworking. They have lovely families. And also I have 2 daughters, as you know, Tala and Amal. And they both try to do their best to bring us a better world.
Exactly, to change the world.
I'm so lucky to have George in my life and our lives. He is one of the nicest, kindest, most intelligent, empathetic people you can ever meet. And if his work as a producer, as a director, as an actor, as a writer, helps bring the issues that my daughter Amal works on to more in the limelight, then I respect that. But we live a very normal life, a very simple life, a very loving life. We all respect and love each other. And my grandchildren are another level of love. I'm so proud, I'm so happy to have them in my life. And I really would like to give them a lot more time, if they give it to me, because
they
will.
They
have their own lives.
Oh my goodness. I love you, and I think you must be the best grandma in the world. So bless you, bless you.
Okay.
So I ask everybody this on Hotel Talk, drum roll, here it goes. What's your favorite quote?
In Arabic, it's called خير الكلام ما قل ودل. In English, don't say a lot, don't say a little in many words, but say a lot in very few words. Okay, I think it's Pythagoras who said that, because I teach communications at university and I teach communication to people as well. I think, as you see in the conference here, people who talk in messages, people who know how to deliver these messages, I think it makes communication very important. It's extremely important for humans to understand each other and not to be scared from each other. And you can only do this through communication.
I love that, and hence why you're in journalism, so absolutely. Bonus question, which I got the team to ask me even though I'm abroad, and they pulled this one out of the hat for Baria. And it is, who is your favorite designer and why?
You know what? I love fashion. I really appreciate elegance. However, these days I'm more concentrating on the elegance of the soul, of the mind.
Yeah, of course.
And but there are so many of them.
I know.
We in
it's hard to
Lebanon
pick.
have so many
Go
designers.
on, choose a Lebanese.
Of course, Elisa will be my favorite, but also I like Versace. Donatella is brilliant.
Yeah.
She designed my last outfit for the Albies, the Clooney Foundation for Justice, just a few days ago in New York. And I love what she designs for my daughter. She has a lovely mind and a lovely soul. I like Batista Valli. I mean, there are so many of them.
So many. It's endless. And there's new
all
people coming out all the time.
Yeah.
And look, I'm loving the green.
Thank
and
you.
I should go down. Look at the amazing sneakers. So
Thank you.
that's it. You saw it from us at Hotel Talk. I love Baria. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it helps us more than you may realize. If you are planning on coming to visit us at St. Raphael Resort and Marina, feel free to email our reservations team quoting Hotel Talk and receive an exclusive offer just for you. We look forward to seeing you soon, hearing your feedback about our show, and producing many, many more interesting episodes just for you, our listener, and our valued guest in mind. Thank you so much, and take care.